Alright, luckily we can hop just in the game. There's no map intro for Lilac Crest, as it is a Legacy of the Void unique map. It's tied up 1-1. If you're just tuning in, it's a best of 5. And spawning here in the bottom right corner of the map, it's going to be none other than Dead Pixels True.
Who recently learned a new trick from Fantasy called the Fantasy GG timing. In the bottom left, as the Teal Terran, it's Top.
Yeah, no, I think True and Top probably have a very good friendship. They were kind of, I don't know, not a lot of talk between games, but True just quickly calls him Maru, like, right afterwards. Like, what?
Yeah,
it's either extreme BM or, like, really good friend inside joke.
I was trying to think, like, I guess Maru is known for being kind of like, you know, using a few amount of units in desperate scenarios, so maybe that was kind of what it was? I don't know.
The choice to base trade was kind of weird in the first place. I don't know, like, I feel like if you've got a Terran player who's got that many Marauders, like, you don't want to race that out most of the time, because they'll just tear through buildings faster than Lings will. But at the same time, for True, it's so many Bailings, like, it was a really hard call to make, but at the end of the day, once again, we see a player like Top who's using Legacy of the Void units and mechanics, picking up tanks, Reaper grenades, Liberators, versus somebody who's like True, who's good at this game, but sticking again on really, really hard of the swarm strategies.
Parasitic Bomb works on Liberators, right?
Yes, it does. And Liberators do not have a lot of health. I mean, what, 160? I don't think one Parasitic Bomb will kill that, but it's still, oh god, just such an annoyingly low amount of health. We saw how fast the Infested Terrans were taking them out after all. Like 3 of them, like Shrek'd one Liberator.
I don't think, if he got to a hive, it was only within the last couple of seconds, so he didn't really have time to think about that, but that could have been useful too. It just all started, I think, when he didn't quite kill everything he needed to quite fast enough. You know, leaving that orbital to live, scanned a couple of really key banelings at some points, and it was just, you couldn't, that planetary, can't kill it, I guess it's gonna win. Probably not gonna happen again. Pain you only see once every, I don't know, every 7 days if you're base rate TV, but once every like 50 months if you're like WCS. And I really have not noticed how much we cast compared to like tier 1 casters, right? That's what we'll call them. Like, I'm really excited to see In Control cast at WCS Toronto. Like, I'm super psyched to see it, but I was like, man.
When's the last time he cast something?
I can't remember, really.
I mean, like, of the casters, too, at WCS, In Control's probably the most relatable to us. Because he'll be the guy to go off topic, to make funny, silly jokes.
I think he's hilarious. I love what he brings to the commentary.
Me too. Like, he's like, I've told this story before on stream once or twice, but like when I first started to try to be a commentator, like In Control was the guy I looked up to because I thought he was hilarious. He brought some decent commentary. Like, I wasn't good enough to judge whether it was good or bad. It was decent enough commentary for me to enjoy, and he was funny. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to see how it goes because they like have him listed as a caster, not just like analyst desk, right?
Yeah, that's also been the other case, is that he'd been like a couple of dream hacks, but he's only been like the analyst desk or whatever. But hey, that Protoss talent lineup, right? Huck, Todd, In Control.
Yeah.
Rotterdam. Where's Todd going? Todd's going, yeah, I got that right. Oh, hey, look, a Roach Warren. And a pretty quick lair. Alright, so it's not gonna be anything too quick with the Roaches. So pretty early.
I think, I mean, if, and I'm saying if very, very tentatively here because it's a Legacy of the Void thing, but if True's go for this faster layer, not for mutas, for Roaches, I would actually really like that a lot to see how he uses that burrow play, especially with how fast the new burrow is. I mean, I still can't get over that. We've seen so many players use it so many different ways, but with Tunneling Claws and Global Constitution, Roaches move like they're on fire.
Yes, they do. Yeah. I imagine you'd run pretty fast if you're on fire.
Well, yeah.
Well, really, you're supposed to stop, drop, and roll.
Well, that's why flames make everything faster.
Yeah, that's true. Like turbo.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yo, did you watch? Oh man, what was it called?
It's kind of hopeful we were going to talk about Reboot because you mentioned Turbo. Turbo was Bob's boss.
Well, okay. Have you seen the new Reboot images? Since I can't remember the name of the other movie I was going to think of.
Yes, I have, and I actually really want to talk about those because I don't know if you ever watched it, but maybe someone in the stream has. I really fucking love Tron Uprising, or whatever the animation was that they did for the series with Elijah Wood and stuff. It was really well done. I like the style, although it was a bit weird to look at first. And I wouldn't be too upset if they went with the same sort of character designs to make Reboot more. It wasn't that it was Tron-ish, but like the designs of the masks and things, you know, like were really kind of cool, Daft Punky.
I have not seen it, so that sounds cool. It was Wreck-It Ralph. That's what I was trying to bring up. I was going to ask you.
I'm gonna wreck it.
If you expected the ending, like who was going to be the villain, because this is one of the few movies where I really did not figure out who it was going to be. Like I knew that they was going to be like an evil, like the king was going to be evil, but not that it was like connected to that one story.
Well, actually, I loved the king for his bad jokes. Like, you wouldn't hit a guy with his glasses, would you? And then he takes his glasses.
He was a dork. It was pretty good. So this game really did not heat up at all.
No,
like, I saw a Banshee and I was waiting for it to do something. And it didn't do anything.
Right, but he is going for Tunneling Claws, and this is what I was excited about. Now, Tunneling Claws on their own are not so special, but Galil Reconstitution is what makes the move kind of turbo, going back to that conversation that we just went ADD on. Shout out to Nullster, by the way, for subbing to the channel. It's always nice to get some new faces around here. Thank you, Nullster. Hopefully we can entertain you, my friend. But, I don't know, like, this is something where, whether you're playing mech or whether you're playing bio, what Top has done, fantastic. And that's just by having a turret out here at the front. Detection for these roaches is the most pain in the ass thing, the most struggle we've ever seen anyone deal with in Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah, it looks like Top has felt that burn a lot of times. It seems like he's specifically defending against someone as obnoxious as like Bly. He's got a Banshee covering his third, and I imagine this one's gonna go down there soon. It seems to be the sole purpose of the Banshee was defending against these roaches. He's got the missile turret and bunkers and tanks being dropped everywhere. Like, he is good to go against burrowed roaches or just roaches in general. But then we go into Roach Hydra, and I really hope we see Lurkers as it's gonna be versus Bio.
Yeah. Lurkers are, they're bullshit right now, to be honest. I want to point out something here, too. This is not a really heavily emphasized change, but while roaches still regenerate health fairly fast underground, it was nerfed from what it was in Heart of the Swarm. So it's no longer like you burrow and you're instantly full health again, but not really important right now. Drone's being kept alive pretty well. Damn, true. What was that hold? Loses almost no workers. Look, what the fuck?
That was the luckiest hold, man. That was not skill where he split in a perfect circle because that's how good he was. He was kind of panicked, and then he was like, oh shit, I'm going to surround you now.
Okay, it was kind of like column A, column B. Less column A, more column B, but still, regardless, really nice to see him. Like, you don't have 6 Hellions come at your face and lose 2 drones. That doesn't happen anywhere else.
That was so lucky. It's also just like the Hellions are getting good enough shots too, so a little unlucky for Top as well. But that was impressive, and we do have the Lurker Den, yes!
Oh, true. Yes. I love you. This is, again, like, true. I don't know, maybe it was the first couple games were like warming up and realizing what game he was playing again, because this is a guy who does not put emphasis on Legacy of the Void. He's playing this league because there's a lot of money, but truthfully, like, we see him focus on Heart of the Swarm things. So Bly, a very avid Legacy of the Void player, has said in the past, like, oftentimes he forgets about Parasitic Bomb because he jumps back and forth between both games so frequently. For True, I'm wondering if that was the case for the first couple games, and then now he's kind of like, oh, right. I forgot I have these really cool things I can do now that are really good.
Maybe. But I will see how he uses them, as some people use them and then suck with them, basically. They unburrow, and for some reason they go, like, you know, to the left, and they should have gone to the right, and they all died Marines. Or, you know, they're always kept in the back, because they forget to unburrow and burrow them with the army.
Why did he cancel Tunneling Claws?
I guess he figured that it wasn't going to be worthwhile.
It was like 90% complete when I started talking about it, though. Why would he cancel that?
I don't know, but you can see that way there's a bug right here.
Yes, so right now they're not supposed to be able to be moved. This has been addressed, not publicly by Blizzard, but they know about it, and they said they were looking at fixing it. But you're supposed to not be able to move like this. If you just have burrow, you can't move the roaches underground. But for some reason, if you get Galil Reconstitution, Roach Speed, ironically enough, you can move slowly underground. And if you get Roach Tunneling Claws, you move really fast underground. I don't know. Logic.
But if you get Tunneling Claws first and then Roach Speed, are they slow and then fast?
Dog, I don't know. Like, it's stupid and broken. Like, who cares? It shouldn't work unless they have Tunneling Claws, period.
I bet if I asked Bly, he would know.
Maybe. Whatever.
Whatever, man.
So the Lurkers are going to be really good at dealing with the bio. Problem is,
well,
can he deal with the tanks? There's no Viper set to really help him duck things. He's going to have a massive amount of roaches going into it, though. Ooh,
Defensively.
Ooh, blocks him out of the base. That was such a smart move.
That was good.
Oh, Overlord, please, God, why are you here? Move, run.
Like, the lurkers are not good. Like, they're already trapped in position. Like, when they have room to maneuver and find their own choke point, be the one to set the pace, then they're absolutely fantastic. But when they're like this, it's so easy to lose them, not have them in the right position, because Top's gonna elevate her soon enough.
I just want to stress how good fast burrowed roaches are at dealing with tank drops. Get underneath them, do the sort of shark attack preparation and go, but that's not an option available to him. The Hydras are trading out pretty decently. If he falls back to that one lurker, he'd Shrek this and it wouldn't even be a close fight. But struggling to say the least. Roaches are coming to the front lines and he's throwing away tons of money. True's just not making this work. You gotta say, like, yeah, maybe we'll see lurkers and they'll be used poorly, and so far that seems to be the case.
Yeah. Well, he came in with, you know, a third of his army 3 times. So that really helped Top there. Because his main problem was that he didn't actually have that great of upgrades. Like, his 2-2 was really, really late. It's like Roach Hydra plus a couple of lurkers on top of that army, it probably should win. But now when it's still to do like that. So Top gets pretty fortunate there. He does have to leave, but only after... Did he kill the base? There was a base there, right? Am I imagining things?
I don't believe there's a base here.
Really? Was he even trying to take one?
He expanded north.
Yeah, apparently.
No, I'm really disappointed in the tunneling class. Like, truthfully, I can't stress this enough. Unless you watch Bly or somebody do it, tunneling clause plus Galil Reconstitution takes care of tanks and tank drops so damn well. Nice pick on the
upgrade lead that True's gonna have is just so good, man.
Those lurkers are in a bad spot.
That's what happens. But if he could just, you know, consolidate his forces and take a straight up engagement, I think True wins. But he can't, and he is losing for sure. Oh, this was sloppy. Like, really ever does Zerg get that quick of an upgrade lead? When they go Roach Hydra, it's not surprising to see them get 2-2 about half an upgrade faster. And they hit a pretty key timing, but to be like 2-2 upgrades over, like entire 2-2 upgrades over, that is insane. That should have been something that really worked out towards the late game. Nope. Other mistakes were made, and True dipping down below 100 supply. That's usually the tap out stage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all that needs to be said about it. That supply, the army supply, nothing to ending up here for True. And Top is going to take game number 3, giving him a nice 2-1 lead in the series. But again, reminding everybody it's a best of 5, not a best of 3.